the next 10 minutes, I'll provide you at least $1,000 worth of value. But how? Let's say you want to add AI agent to your website. If you check the pricing of some of the popular chatbot providers, you will find that they charge somewhere around $100 to $150 per month for a certain usable number of messages. And that comes out to be something between $1,200 to $2,000 for a year. And at the same time, you don't have full control over those chatbots. You can't customize them for your requirements. And there is a cap on the number of conversations. If you exceed that cap, you have to pay extra. We will build a chatbot like this, which is present 24/7 to address the user queries and also has access to the company docs. For example, if user asks, "What services do you offer?" it responds back with all the services we offer. Let's say if the user asks, "Do you handle compliance for sensitive data?" it responds back with the correct answer from the company docs. How long does an AI project usually take? And it gives a perfect reply. You will have full control over this AI agent and you can customize it the way you want. And we will build it for free. We are primarily going to use these four services or tools. First is N8N. If you don't know, N8N is a no-code automation tool. You can build really powerful workflows with N8N without having to write a single line of code. And the best part is, it's open source. That means you can host it on your own server. You can follow this video to set up N8N on your own server completely for free. Next, we will use Browserless. It is a headless browser service used for web scraping, testing, or automating browser tasks. We will use it in our workflows to scrape our website content. If you look at the pricing, you get 1000 units completely for free every month, and it will take care of automatic CAPTCHA solving and residential proxies. So if your website has 10 to 15 pages and if you're scraping it a couple of times in a month, you won't have to pay anything. Next, we will use Superbase. It is also an open source Firebase alternative offering real-time databases, auth, and storage. We will use Superbase to store our script, website content, and our private docs in the form of embeddings. And finally, we will use OpenAI model. This model will act as a brain for our AI agent. We will use GPT 4.1 mini. And if you look at the pricing, it is really cheap. So if you're going to handle like 50 conversations every day, I don't think it would cost you more than $1 to $2. Now let's understand how all of this will work together. So we will use the default chat widget that comes with N8N and install it on our WordPress website. After that, we will create our first workflow, which will scrape our website, convert the scraped content into embeddings, and store them in the Superbase vector store. Next, we will create a workflow which will watch for any changes in our Google Drive directory, fetch the documents, and convert the contents into embeddings and save them in the Superbase. And finally, we will create a workflow for our AI agent. This AI agent will act as a brain for our chat widget on the website. This AI agent will have access to all the embeddings that we would store in the Superbase. Apart from that, what this AI agent can do is limitless, and we'll see that in a bit. Now let's move on to the implementation part. You can find all of these workflows in the description of the video. All you need to do is download them and then go to N8N and one by one create new workflows and click on import and upload the JSON file. And you will have all of these three workflows set up for you. Now let's go through the first workflow. This workflow starts with a schedule trigger node where we have configured this workflow to run once every 7 days and then scrape the sitemap of the website. If you don't know, sitemap is the file which tells search engines about the structure of a website, and it has links to all the pages on that website. It would look something like this. If you are not seeing sitemap in this format, you can go to the WordPress and install the SEO framework plugin, and then activate it and go to the settings. In the settings, scroll down to the sitemap settings, then switch to style tab and uncheck style sitemap, then scroll further down and uncheck show logo next to sitemap, and that's it. Now this node will scrape the sitemap. Next, we will convert that XML into a JSON. And this JSON format will contain the list of the URLs. So the next thing we want to do is split this URL list so that we can iterate over each of those pages. So we have a split out and loop over node over here. For every page, we will first delete the existing embeddings in the Superbase. We will use Superbase delete node, and here we are deleting all the embeddings where the metadata file ID is equal to the path of the page. And after that, we are making another HTTP request to the browserless, and we are passing the page to be scraped. And it will return us the content on that page. Then we will convert that HTML into Markdown and pass that Markdown to OpenAI. OpenAI has a very simple prompt that says your task is to clean and convert raw website data into properly structured content. Next, we will pass the response to the Superbase vector store node. And this node will take care of splitting that entire content into multiple chunks and convert them into embeddings and save them in the Superbase. As you can see, 16 embeddings were created for the homepage and saved into Superbase. If I go to Superbase and refresh, we can see all the embeddings that got created. Now, to make this workflow work for you, you need to set up two things. One is browserless API token, and second is setting up Superbase vector store. First, let's talk about browserless. Once you log in into browserless, you can scroll down to the API section and copy the token from here. Then go to the workflow and open this node and scroll down and paste your token over here. Then open this HTTP request node, scroll down and paste the token over here as well. Now let's connect the Superbase. When you're setting up the Superbase for the first time for your vector store, you can open this node and then click on Docs. And in the Docs, scroll down and click on Quick Start for setting up your vector store. This will take you to this page. And then all you need to do is copy this code from here, go back to your Superbase, select the project that you have already created, and then click on SQL Editor and paste that code over here and click on Run. And this will take care of setting up the entire vector database for you. Once that is done, you need to create a Superbase credential in N8N. So you can click on Create New Credential, then go back to Superbase, and on the left hand side, scroll down to the project settings, then click on Data API. From here, you can copy the URL, and then scroll down and click on Reveal and copy the service role secret, and paste these in N8N, and click on Save. And this will connect your Superbase to N8N. Now you can run this workflow and it will create your embeddings. Now let's build our second workflow. I have this document in my Google Drive, and I have added some information about the services we provide and some frequently asked questions. And I want the AI agent to have access to this doc so that it can answer the queries from the clients. For this workflow to run, we need to create our Google Drive credentials in N8N. You need to go to cloud.google.com, then go to console, and then search for Google Drive. Open Google Drive API, and if it is disabled for you, you need to enable it first and then click on Manage. After that, you need to go to OAuth consent screen, then go to Branding. Here, if you don't have a pre-existing application, you need to create one. You can give your app some name like N8N, and then enter your email, and then keep everything default except authorized domains. In the authorized domains, you need to enter your N8N's domain. In my case, my N8N is hosted on hostinger.cloud. So I'll copy it from here and add a new domain with hostinger.cloud, and then click on Save. Now come back to the credentials and click on Create Credentials. Select OAuth Client ID. Select application type as Web Application and give it a name. And then go back to N8N and open the Google Drive node. Click on Create New Credential and copy this OAuth redirect URL from here. Go back to google.com and under Authorized Redirect URIs, add that URL over here. And then click on Create. Once you create it, it will show you the client ID and the secret. You need to copy these one by one, go back to N8N, and paste them over here. And then click on Sign in with Google. And you need to sign in with the same account that you're using for your cloud.google.com. Click on Advanced, Proceed, Continue, and your connection will be successful. Now once this is done, scroll down and in the folders section, select the folder that you want to monitor for any file changes, and then exit from here. You need to use the same Superbase credentials that you would have set up for the previous two workflows. Now let's quickly understand what this workflow is doing. So this workflow is scheduled to trigger every 3 hours. And every 3 hours it will download all the files inside this folder, and then it will loop over each of those files, and in the code node it will check if that file was updated in the last 3 hours or not. You can change this 3-hour duration by changing this value over here to anything else. If the file was updated in the last 3 hours, it will first delete all the existing embeddings for that file from Superbase. Then it will download that file and create new embeddings in the Superbase. Once that is done, it will loop back to this node to process the remaining files. However, if some file was not updated in the past 3 hours, this if node will loop back from here to process the remaining files. I'll run this workflow to create the embeddings in Superbase. It was able to successfully create 9 new embeddings. Let's create our final workflow. The first node is a chat message received trigger. We have made it publicly available and selected the mode as embedded chat because we want to embed this in our website. If you open the document linked over here and scroll down to the installation part, you will see a code under CDN embedded. We need to copy paste this code into our website. Now to do that, go to the WordPress, go to the plugins, add new plugin, and search for header footer code manager and install this plugin. Once this plugin is activated, go to the settings. Here, click on add new snippet, then give it a name, select type as HTML, and keep the rest of the settings as default. Then go back to this page, copy this code, and paste the code over here, and then click on update. Now, if we refresh the website, we can see this chat widget over here, but it's not looking very good. So we need to change the appearance, and that is really easy. If you go back to the NPM page and scroll down, you can see this options section. So here we can change the default messaging of the chat widget. And if you scroll further down, under the customization section, you'll see this CSS variable. And this is where the color, font, etc. are defined for the chat widget. All you need to do is copy this CSS variable from here, then go to claude.ai, and it's free. And you can give a prompt like this. Below is the default CSS variable used for styling N8N chat widget. Give me the updated variable to match the color and the font style of my website, and you can give your website and paste the default styling. And it will give you the updated styling as per your website. You can then copy that, go back to WordPress, and paste it inside the style tag. Then click on update. And now if we refresh our website, we should see the changes. And now it's looking pretty good. Now let's say we want to change this default messaging. For that, we can go to this NPM page and scroll up to options section and then create and copy this create chat code from here and replace the existing chat widget function with the copied one. And here we can give our custom messaging. Now we need to make one more change, which is this webhook URL. As you can see, we don't have the correct webhook URL in place. So we need to go back to N8N, open this chat message node and copy this webhook URL from here. Go back and paste it over here. And now our N8N workflow is connected with this chat widget. Let's go back to our AI agent and understand what's happening here. So we have this AI agent which will take care of all the user queries and respond back. So we are using GPT 4.1 mini as the brain. Then we have attached Superbase vector store as one of the tool. So this AI agent has access to all the embeddings that we saved in our Superbase in our previous two workflows. And finally, we have given a memory to this AI agent. It means that this AI agent will remember all the previous messages from all the users. Now to connect the Postgres chat memory, what you need to do is open this and then click on create new credential and then go to the Superbase account. Then click on the connect button at the top and scroll down to transaction pooler, expand the view parameters section, and one by one copy all of these values and paste them in the N8N. First copy the host, paste it here, then copy database name, next copy the username, then copy the port and enable ignore SSL issues. And finally, give your database password over here. And then click on save. And that's all you need to do. Then click on save and activate the workflow. In the AI agent, I have given a system prompt that looks like this. We are giving a role and identity to this AI agent. Then we are defining some knowledge areas, communication guidelines, business information, and you can tweak these as per your requirements. Now, since we have given this AI agent access to this tool, let's define when this AI agent should use this tool. So under knowledge areas, I will add this prompt: use the company knowledge base tool to get more information from company docs. Now, if we go back to the website and start chatting with our AI agent, it should give us the correct answers. Let's pick up this frequently asked question from our doc and ask it here, and it is able to respond back correctly. Now, as you can see, it is really powerful and it has a huge potential because now you can add as many tools you want and make this AI agent book meetings for you or send the details over email or Slack or maybe forward the lead to your CRM. There are endless things that you can do from here. You have the full control of this AI agent. I hope you found this video useful and please let me know in the comments if you plan to integrate this chatbot on your website. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel so that you don't miss interesting videos like these in the future.